Hey, it's time for the fastest 4.5 minutes in the Lowco. It's time for Lowco Lights.
Starting off at the Den, where the Bluffton Bobcats were hosting the May River Sharks in the battle for B-Town. And Brady Sacha, our Bluffton High School student contributor, behind the camera with some great footage from the night. You saw some of it on Instagram. Bobcats looking for the first win against the Sharks since 2017. Bluffton won twice in 16, twice in 17. All Sharks since in the crosstown rivalry, but not this time. Jake Ridgway, former Shark, and Ethan Golphin getting things going early on. Then Golphin on the receiving end from Owen Bayes. Great atmosphere in the Den, and Bluffton's defense brought it. They slowed down Tanner Macy and the Sharks, held them to just a field goal in the first half. They would get another in the second half, but Bayes and company able to do much more on offense thanks to Bryant. Ridgway had a touchdown run, and Bryant continued his terrific senior season with 9 catches for 121 yards and 2 TDs, fighting his way through tacklers to get to the pylon for the score there. And the Bobcat fans were loving it, up 14-3 at halftime. Macy has been a menace all year, but there was nowhere for him to go on Friday night. That Bluffton defense has stepped it up in the second half of the season. They are looking like a playoff caliber squad. Jeremiah Curry with 9 tackles, 1 for a loss. Here he gets in on the ground game, 11 for 51 rushing. Bobcat fans are rowdy. Haven't seen an atmosphere like this in the Den in a few years. And then on offense, Bayes throws the pick. Cameron Mitchell able to haul it in, and that would set up a field goal. That brought him within 2 scores, but the Bobcats just needed 1 drive to put it away, and then they just needed 1 first down, and Owen Bayes provides it. The Bobcats pick up their first win over crosstown rival May River since 2017. Hayden Gregory, a happy man. Over at Colleton Prep, we had another Lowco on Lowco matchup. Cole Davis, we had him on the Lowco Pigskin Live Friday night, and we learned why he's been in and out of the lineup this season. Torn ACL. He's rehabbed it to the point that he could get back on the field, did not want to shut down his senior year for surgery that would put him out for 9 to 12 months at minimum. So he's just playing through the pain, and he is playing through the pain. 15 carries, 197 yards, and 4 touchdowns. It was a defensive struggle going to the fourth, 7-3, but Colleton Prep took over, and it was mostly because of Cole Davis, who once again is playing on 1 ACL. That's supposed to be a season-ending injury, but Cole's playing through it, diving for the end zone. He broke 2 long touchdown runs later in the fourth quarter to seal a 28-9 win for the War Hawks over Beaufort Academy. Ridgeland Jaguars looking for their 4th win of the season and trying to lock down a playoff spot. The turnover chain exchanged hands a few times, and Wenson Smith got things going with the stiff arm, getting him down to the 1, and then Wenson would finish it off himself to put the Jaguars up 6-0. Wow, wow. Jags kept rolling as the game went on, and it was more Wenson Smith in the first half. He had 2 first-half touchdowns. It was Maurice Brown who took over in the second half with a pair of rushing scores and a 97-yard touchdown pass to Malik Aquamina. Here's Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the first quarter, and the Ridgeland-Hardeeville Jaguars win 36-22. They should be playoff bound. They'll try to get win number 5 next week against Allendale. Beaufort High at home on senior night, and defense getting after it against North Charleston. The sack and the strip, and Caleb Ulmer scoops and scores. Eagles up early on North Charleston, and meanwhile, up the road, here's Samari Bonds with one of his 3 touchdown runs. Jaden Andrews also had 3, and meanwhile, up the road, the Eagles get a little help from their soon-to-be enemies. Hanahan knocks off Philip Simmons. Beaufort versus Hanahan on Friday. Up in Hanahan, region title could be in the balance. Whale Branch on the road at Branchville, looking to move one step closer to a region title. KJ Chisholm with the pass breakup. He did it on offense as well, 6 for 101 and 2 touchdowns. And then Devon Evans, haven't called his name enough this year for the season he is having. The junior from Whale Branch with the big hit on the sack. And then a whole lot of highlights from Dayon Brown. Dayon with the pass breakup. He had 3 pass breakups. He also had 2 tackles, and we're gonna see him momentarily, but shouting out some of those other defensive players. Devon Evans with 10 tackles, a tackle for loss, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Trayshawn Hills, 10 tackles and a tackle for loss. Bradford Thompson, 9 tackles, a sack, and a fumble recovery, and 5 for 63 and 2 touchdowns on the ground. And Alonzo Allen with 9 tackles and a fumble recovery in a dominant effort from Whale Branch. They win it 55-12. They've got a showdown with Bamberg Earhart for the region title on Friday.
For Lowco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Lowco.